Now, the overview of our presentation today, we're going to start with a walkthrough of the actual app. I've asked my lovely assistant, Deb Thomas, to assist me with showing you how the customer-facing side works. Once we've gone through the entire walkthrough of the Proven OnSite application, we'll go back over and talk a little bit about the required setup and the steps that you need to take in order to get this configured for PJM. And we'll also go through some of the alerts and text messages on how they work in conjunction with PJM and CRM. And we'll end with the customer service piece and talk a little bit about how the feedback is recorded and how you can go into both PJM and CRM to gather statistics on the feedback results. And of course, we'll end today's presentation with a little bit of Q&A on our topic. So to get started, I'm going to have Deb be my customer in our presentation, and I am going to be the technician that's headed into Deb's site. Hey, Deb, how's it going?
Good morning. It's going very well.
Awesome. Now, you're going to be calling me because you've had a loss at your house, and we're going to set up a brand new job for you.
Perfect.
So, Mrs. Thomas, I understand that you've had a loss at your residence?
I do. I had a flood in my basement.
Perfect. I'm just going to take down your name and address. And before I send someone to your site to take a look at that water loss, would I be able just to gather your phone number and email address?
Absolutely. We'll start with my mobile number is 519-353-8161. And my email is lockerbieridge@gmail.com.
Perfect. Now, Deb, I just wanted to let you know that with the new Proven OnSite application, you're going to receive a text message from our office letting you know that your technician is on the way. So if you do get a text message from us, please click the link so you can see the ETA of your technician.
Excellent. I like that.
Perfect. And is that okay that we send you that text message?
Yes, please.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and create this job. And we're going to then switch to our mobile profile so that we can see how our technician would then take this information and relay the details to Deb. In here, I'm going to be using my Android application, but of course it does support both Android and iOS, and we're going to be using our existing PSA SmartTech application to do so. Now in here, I'm simply going to go into my jobs list, and although our Deb Thomas job has not yet come in, with our new mobile update, you'll now notice that there's a refresh button here at the top that allows me to grab that job and sync those details directly from our lookup screen without having to leave here and pull that from our existing sync button. In here, I'm simply going to select my Deb Thomas job, and like any good technician, I'm going to come in here and clock in before I get started. Now, again, at this point, I have all the information that I need to send Deb a message letting her know that I'm on my way. So I'm simply going to come in here and click Start Travel. And Deb, if you would be so kind when you receive that message to click that link and open up that on your phone.
I have it.
Perfect. Now, what Deb will see, which we'll get to in the review of this presentation, is a screen of my beautiful picture, company logo, and an ETA of when I'm going to be on that job site that allows Deb to track my movement of the vehicle through my phone, much like an Uber or Lyft. Now, Deb, you may notice in the top right-hand corner, there's a button that says Text Me. If you would be so kind as to create a typical customer text message and send that to me as I'm headed to your job site, you'll see that I've received a new message from our customer, and I can go directly from my phone, select that text message. In my case, I have the Proven OnSite number pinned to the top of my phone, so I never lose track of it. And from the perspective of the customer, they will be getting alerts from me, the technician, through our Twilio number, which we will set up for each company to be a unique number that both our customer and technician see, so that my technician does not see the customer's mobile number on their phone, and from the customer's perspective, will not have access to my technician's personal number either. Now, at this point in time, you'll see that I've received an alert that lets me know I have a new message from my customer. When I click it, this is the visibility that we'll see from Deb's perspective, letting her know that I'm on my way, and my ETA is about an hour and 35 minutes. And the button that Deb selected was this text me icon here at the top, which allows the customer to either text from within the app or will allow the customer to text directly from the system in here. And my technician will receive that text message and be able to respond accordingly. In this case, I've got a message from Deb saying, thank you for the notice. And I'm simply going to respond back using my voice to text commands. I should be there, Deb, within an hour and 35 minutes. If you could please just let me know the best entrance to use when I arrive, that will help me when I get on site. Now in here, again, as I'm driving, probably shouldn't be texting while I'm driving. So I'm going to go back to my phone and I'm going to start to drive to that job site. And of course, if Deb needs to text me while I'm on the way or give me any sort of special instructions, I will continue to get alerts from the customer letting me know that I have a new message. Now at this point, I've arrived on site and it's simply going to indicate to Deb that I've arrived. And we can see here that Deb has sent us another message, which I can now go back into my text. And she's indicated that she wants me to enter through the red door. So I'm going to say, awesome, thanks for the update. And I'll send that back to Deb, letting her know that I've received the message and we can continue on with our on-site appointment. Now, the beauty again of having this built into the existing SmartTech app is that it's going to allow me that as I continue to gather my notes, upload my findings, whether those are videos, photos, or even documents, I can continue working on the app for Deb's job, and the information that I gather will go directly back into PJM. Now, of course, once I've finished my appointment, I want to indicate to Deb that I've completed. And so I will simply come in here and send her a notice letting her know that I've finished my on-site appointment. And from Deb's perspective, it's going to allow her to rate her experience with me, the technician, through a quick survey that allows her to give me a 0 to 5-star rating, and will also allow me to get a quick and easy feedback comment that will come back into our job. And so Deb, if you would be so kind as to rate my performance.
Completed.
Perfect. Now, as I go and look at this information, I can go back into the job that we've created in PJM. And when I go to the Notes tab, what you'll notice is all of our communications, starting from that initial point of travel, has now been registered in PJM as a log note. And I will have a full audit trail to see when I left, that first text message from Deb, along with my response, and all the additional text messages that I've received during that on-site visit. It also will include here the job feedback that I can now see our star rating, as well as the comments that Deb provided. Now from PJM, because these log notes that are entered will all have fixed topics, I can now use the reports module to simply come in here and run a job note report that will allow me to see all of my feedback for every one of my on-site visits simply by selecting our date parameters. I'm going to run this back to November 1st, and I'm going to make sure that I run this report based on topic job feedback. And we'll now see inside PJM every one of our on-site visits, along with the star rating and comments that we've received from our customer against our employees. This information can also be reviewed in the CRM. And so if I log into the CRM system, you'll now notice that there's a new report in here called Job Feedbacks. And this will give me a listing of all of the job feedbacks that I've gathered for this particular employee. And if I come in here and I switch to one of our other employees, I can also come in here and gather a feedback rating for each of my employees in the system as well. In here, I can click on employee ratings at the top, and I'll now start to get an average rating for each of my employees and their overall performance that we've gathered through Proven OnSite. Now, Deb, there's one more example that I would like to go through in the event that we have to cancel or reschedule an appointment with you. So in here, I'm going to simply go back into our job on the phone. And this time, I'm going to hit Start Travel. But for whatever reason, maybe my car broke down, maybe I needed an emergency to redirect me to another job, whatever the reason may be, if we cannot complete that on-site appointment for today, I'm going to simply come in here and click Cancel. It's going to let me know that I can cancel this appointment and alert our customer. One of the new things that we added into our mobile app in the last update was now the ability to use our log note templates on the mobile device. In here, I'm simply going to come in and select the Cancel On-Site Appointment. And you'll notice that it filled in all the details that I would need to send to Deb, including a copy of her email, so that our customer will get a copy of this notice, letting her know we need to reschedule our appointment, and someone in our office will reach out to do that with her. In here, I'm going to click Save, and my email will now go out, and I can go on and move on to our next job in the system.